Good day. In this presentation, I will examine a real-world corporate social responsibility initiative of the Coca-Cola Company called World Without Waste. This initiative addresses the global issue of packaging waste and recycling. This case allows us to apply several CSR frameworks we have discussed in this course, including Carroll's CSR pyramid, stakeholder theory, legitimacy theory, institutional theory, and the CSR models, such as the classical and social activist perspectives. Through this, we can better understand how corporations respond to social expectations and environmental challenge. But before we begin, consider this question. Who should be responsible for the billions of plastic bottles produced around the world each year? Is it governments, consumers, or corporations? One company frequently at the center of this debate is the Coca-Cola Company, which produces billions of beverage containers annually. At the same time, the company has introduced major sustainability initiatives such as World Without Waste in an effort to address global plastics pollution. In this presentation, I will examine the initiative through the lens of corporate social responsibility and analyze how it relates to the stakeholder model, legitimacy theory, institutional theory, and Carroll's CSR framework. And of course, I will be also sharing with you how the company or corporation communicates its CSR program or initiative to communities. Coca-Cola is one of the most recognizable brands in the world because of its massive scale of production and, of course, distribution. The company plays a major role in global supply chains. However, this scale also brings significant environmental responsibility, particularly regarding packaging waste and plastic pollution. As a result, the company has developed sustainability programs to address these concerns. In CSR discussions, this reflects the broader shift from the classical model of CSR, which prioritizes profit maximization, according to Friedman 1970, toward more socially responsive approaches that consider environmental and stakeholder concerns. So, the World Without Waste initiative is Coca-Cola's global strategy to address packaging waste and promote circular economy practices. The program emphasizes recycling infrastructure, sustainable packaging, innovation, and of course, partnerships with governments and environmental organizations. This initiative illustrates how CSR programs increasingly focus on environmental sustainability, which is now a central concern in global CSR discourse. CSR communication is critical for demonstrating corporate accountability and transparency. Through sustainability reports and digital platforms, Coca-Cola communicates its progress toward environmental goals and engages stakeholders in sustainability initiatives. This reflects the role of strategic corporate social responsibility communication, which helps organizations shape stakeholder perceptions and reinforce legitimacy. The stakeholder theory argues that corporations have responsibilities to a wide range of groups affected by their operations. In the case of Coca-Cola sustainability initiatives, collaboration with governments, environmental organizations, and recycling partners demonstrates an effort to address stakeholder expectations. So this perspective challenges the shareholder primacy principle associated with the classical model, emphasizing instead that long-term corporate success depends on balancing the interests of multiple stakeholders. Legitimacy theory suggests that companies must maintain alignment with societal expectations in order to sustain their operations. Because beverage companies are frequently criticized for contributing to plastic pollution, Coca-Cola sustainability initiatives can be understood as part of its effort to maintain legitimacy. CSR reporting and sustainability campaigns help organizations demonstrate that they are responding to environmental concerns. The institutional theory explains how organizations respond to external pressures within their environment. So, governments, industry standards, and global sustainability frameworks increasingly encourage corporations to adopt responsible environmental practices. Coca-Cola sustainability initiatives reflect this institutional pressures, particularly the growing global emphasis on reducing plastic waste and promoting circular economies. Carroll's pyramid provides a widely used framework for understanding corporate responsibilities. While economic responsibility remains essential, modern CSR initiatives increasingly emphasize ethical and environmental obligations. Coca-Cola's sustainability program demonstrates how companies attempt to move beyond profit-driven models toward broader social responsibility. So the world without waste actually addresses legal responsibilities related to environmental regulations. Also, ethical responsibilities toward sustainability. Coca-Cola sustainability initiatives can also be examined through the lens of CSR models. While traditional classical model or classical CSR emphasizes profit, newer approaches encourage corporations to take active roles in addressing social and environmental issues. However, critics argue that companies like Coca-Cola still produce large amounts of plastic packaging, raising questions about whether sustainability initiatives represent substantive change or strategic legitimacy management. So, this highlights ongoing debates in CSR regarding authenticity, accountability, and corporate responsibility. So, in conclusion, Coca-Cola's World Without Waste initiative demonstrates how corporations attempt to address environmental challenges while responding to stakeholder expectations and institutional pressures. Analyzing CSR initiatives through theoretical frameworks such as the Stakeholder Theory, Legitimacy Theory, the Institutional Theory, and Carroll's CSR pyramid helps us understand the complex relationship between corporations, society, and sustainability. Ultimately, CSR remains an evolving practice that requires continuous improvement and accountability. Let me share with you my references. Madamong salamat for taking the time to watch this video. God bless you.